Alright, well, I'm near Milwaukee, and there's an island over here that used to have a nightclub back in the early 1900s. I think it burnt down in 1916. And the only thing I've managed to find on the island is a buck knife, 1917 Merc, and a bunch of square nails, and an old bottle. That's pretty much it, an old lock for value, you know, those little things. But the rest of it, I haven't found anything except a nice case of poison oak. And so I'm near the entrance of the trail that leads to the island, and since it's wintertime, the brush is all down, and I was able to walk. I'm walking in part of the park that I haven't been able to get into, and just meandering, and I come across this foundation of some sorts. It goes that way, and then it goes over there. I don't know where it goes from there, but I see it's right here, comes down here. And, you know, I never knew this was here, and who knows what else is back in here. The old railroad tracks are right above me. And, you know, I haven't found anything in here. I've just been meandering through the trees and stuff. And to be honest with you, I always hope to find something, but I don't ever really expect to find anything in here except for lots of pull tabs and lots of bottle caps and lots of beer cans. So, but you know, it's just interesting what you walk by every day. It's hidden by overgrowth, you know, that you can get to during the wintertime. Sometimes it's just amazing that stuff like this is here and long and lost, forgotten. Hopefully I'll find something and make this little trek in through the bushes here worth it. Well, I found this stone wall, goes around here, but it's by the road, which is like a dead end to a house. So I think this still is part of the park right in here where I'm at. It's just a whole area that you can't normally get to during the you know, the growth time. But I haven't found anything yet. It's just littered with trash, of course, just as usual as I expected. But I'm gonna jump down around here and walk around this little area, and I just hope I pick up one good find for the day before moving over to the island. Then I'll probably walk down through there. But got to hit that foundation around there. I didn't hit much of it, but I'll hopefully find some. I don't know. It's just nice finding little things like this. And for all I know, this could be the private property over here, but I think the park goes back into this road and down. And there's a house right there. But we'll see. Neat, though. Neat finding stuff like that. Alright, well, when I first started metal detecting and I started thinking about what I wanted to call myself, you know, like on YouTube, and started making videos, and I wanted to create a website that, you know, featured links and, you know, things, because I couldn't find anything around Oregon for general links and stuff about metal detecting. So I almost called myself, you know, off the beaten path. You know, it's in a lot of my first time videos, I was off in these bushes and stuff, and trying to find these obscure little places and hunting in the bushes. And you know, it's fine, especially when you had like the AT Pro. When I had the AT Pro, hunting in the bushes like this were great. It had a pretty fast recovery time, and when you only got the 4 or 5 tone detector, hunting in places like this were great. The multi-tone, it's a little different. Up and down and the curvature of the terrain. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that I've read about once, and just wanted to pass it on. It's basically like a signal dropout or a hole dropout. You notice that when you have, if you can imagine a submarine, and the submarine is going across the shelf, right, and it's doing a ping, and it's checking its depth, or if it's checking, if it's doing a ping to find out how far it is from an object or a target. If you go over a cliff, say the submarine goes down, and then all of a sudden there's a big drop off, the ping takes a lot longer to come back to the submarine, therefore giving it the amount of depth, you know, the distance. Well, I would think that the same theory applies to your metal detecting. If you're going across an uneven terrain, and you're going across the flat spot and there's a drop off, your detector is going to take a little bit longer to go down a little bit further and bring the signal back up. And if you're, it may not seem like much, and it may not be the right theory, but I do, take caution when you're out in uneven terrain like this. You're going over bushes and clumps of grass and stuff. That you're creating, you're doing, you have to go slow, and sometimes in this deeper terrain like this, you're going to have to maybe max out your sensitivity, but you're going to pick up a lot of crap at the same time. This is a hot spot for partiers for so many years. There are bottle caps and bottles and all kinds of crap in the ground. But so I picked up some quarters, some Clyde quarters over here, and they were barely audible. I went over them. But then when I played with the signal, and I talked with a friend of mine just recently about signal building, going right over it, giving your detector time to detect what's down in the hole or the gully or that's what happens when you're in a park and you're going across fairly fast or something like that, and you're in a trashy area. Your detector's hitting a certain level of trash, bottle caps, and if there's a silver coin or something a little deeper, you might not have time to hear the depth, the change in the drop. It just might not have enough time. If you're going a little slower, it gives your detector time to recover that target. Last time I was here, no, not last time, but the time I found my 1917 Mercury dime, which was right here in this area, I picked up the buck knife and the bottle. All because I found the dime, and then I found the buck knife and the bottle. I think there was a rod of metal going through here. Well, I've already talked for 4 minutes, but I do got silver in the same general area I was before, and this was barely audible in one direction. There are square nails throughout here, there are trash throughout here, and you have to dig sometimes in these trashy areas. You have to dig sometimes iffy targets. And I got a Merc. Last time I got a Merc. Last time it was 1917. This one is 1923. So that's my tip of the day, and I hope it helps some of you guys out in these wooded areas. Well, it gets better. I put the plug back over, the dirt back over, scanned it, had another high tone. Ooh, how lucky can you be? Another, oh, this is a Rosie. Oh, this is a Merc. Ho, 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 ho. What does that say? Oh my gosh, it's a 1916. Oh my gosh. Well, what's it gonna be, guys? I can't even remember what the valuable one is. 16D or 16S. There it is. What is that? S? Or D? Oh my gosh. My eyes are so bad and I can't even tell. Alright, let me get a close-up and look at that. Oh, my friend Dave had a 1916 and he got so excited, but it was the other mint mark. Ho ho ho! Holy crap. I just scanned the area again. Surface dime. A third one. And you know, these 3 dimes did not just blare out dime. Just weird. 3 dimes in one hole, and they did not just ring out. Unbelievable. Well, maybe this one's a 1916D. No, 1924. Ooh, man. That is fantastic. Still having some issues. There we go. It's nice and clear there. Nice and clear. Alright, well, here's my illustrious finds from the island. Smith & Wesson knife, button, some quarters. I did get 2 wheats, 3 sweet silvers in one hole, or square nail. It's always good to find there. And I did dig this up, which was about this far away from where the mercuries were. So this was what was causing some interference in the tone with 3 silvers in one hole. It was this guy. That's me out. Catch you later.